time for In the Paint, sponsored by Terre Haute Savings Bank and Union Center for Sports Medicine. Now, with the best hoop show in the Wabash Valley, Rick Semler and Ross Rawley.
Good evening and welcome to In the Paint. Another busy night for Sports 10 and our crew of helpers. We were all over the Wabash Valley. We covered a season high 18 games, one off our all-time high.
Always nice to get close to the record.
It is. We're going to break it someday.
Rockville looking to stay perfect.
Yes.
That seems to be the story every week. Two ranked teams meet at the Cougar Den. North Davies hosting Linton. The LIC boys basketball tournament tipped off. That's just a few of the games we have for you tonight.
Both Terre Haute North and Terre Haute South had tough McRow games this evening against ranked opponents. The Patriots were at Class 4A, 15th ranked Warren Central. I saw Warren Central team play a couple of weeks ago. This team extremely athletic. The Warriors get the hoop. North playing great defense. Austin Lewis, the steal, gets it to Stephen Davis for the left-handed finish. Nice finish by Davis. More Warren Central. Watch this, Ross. Jaron Lanes. Look at that big boy inside. He's a man-child. Scores in the paint. Terre Haute North led at the half. Warren Central uses a big third quarter to win 53-45. Austin Lewis had 25 points for North. That's great. It was the North seniors' first game back from a knee injury since the Pizza Hut Classic. South was at third-ranked Carmel. Jeffrey Turner backs down his defender, then abuses him with a sick reverse. Kavaris Gregory has proved South some outside shooting this year, and he does it again. The corner three. South big man Timmy Heron puts it on the floor and finishes off the drive. Turner, though, kept South in this ball game for a while. Gets the friendly bounce on the road. That's not supposed to happen, is it?
Not on a road gym. Friendly rims for
Members
Turner.
bounce. Then the South senior can hurt you in so many ways. Another nice move by Turner. What a smooth-looking stroke. He finished with 29 points. But Carmel showed why they are ranked so high, and the defending Class 4A state champs, they took over this game in the second half. The Greyhounds win 66-49 over the Braves. Ross.
Thank you, Rick. Well, the last time Sullivan and Eastern Green met was last year in the sectional championship. The T-Birds won a thriller 47-44 to win a sectional title. Most of the players who took part in that game from both teams have graduated. Tonight, Sullivan and Eastern Green had their rematch, with both teams ranked in Class 2A. The Golden Arrows 13th, the T-Birds 19th. A fun one at Sullivan tonight. The fans going wild. They had reason to. Third quarter here, Michael Willis left open at the top of the key. He says, "Don't mind if I do," for the 15-point Arrow lead. But T-Bird star Tyler Bruff wasn't going down without a fight. Here he beats the press, hangs in traffic, gets the friendly bounce. With the third quarter winding down, the Arrows going inside to one of their big men, Michael Hutchcraft. A nice finish on the interior, but Bruff says, "Wait a minute, I've still got time to answer." The pull-up three here cuts it down to 10.
That's what you're feeling.
He had 30
Wow.
in this one. Fourth quarter, Bruff's three doesn't go this time, but watch his teammate Curtis Still right there on the glass. He cleans things up. The T-Birds cut it all the way down to 8, but Nathan Pirtle provides a dagger on the other end. Pretty stroke on the three ball there. That makes the lead 11. Sullivan survives the second half surge from Eastern Green. The Arrows win 72-63. At North Knox, the Warriors hosted Pike Central. Point guard Jordan Meir leaves it for Cole Bond in transition here. Nice hesitation move. Bond frees himself up for the long jumper, uses the window there. Good ball movement here from the Warriors. They get it to Christopher Grayman on the wing for the three ball. He knocks it down. Then it's Meir again, creating for himself this time. He gets down into the painted area. His runner goes for a 3-point North Knox lead. The Warriors hang on to win this one. They knock off Pike Central 42-39. South Knox on the road all the way down to North Posey tonight. Pumped up before this one early on. North Posey leads it by 3. Isaiah Stafford can't get the jumper to go. Look at the shortest guy on the floor going in amongst the trees. That's Colton Houchin picking up the putback. Then Houchins dishes it to Stafford in the post, running the point. Stafford nearly falls down. He still gets it to go inside. South Knox takes a 1-point lead, but Wes Harness and the Vikings too much tonight for the Spartans. He gets the elbow jumper to go. South Knox falls to 2-10 on the season with a 61-53 loss to North Posey. Still to come, we'll check in on the top-ranked team in Class A, the Rockville Rocks.
We also have all the action from the WIC showdown between Northview and South Vermillion, plus stops at RP, North Davies, Lagodi, and WRV when In the Paint returns.
Hey, cheerleaders. And don't go anywhere because our favorite sportscast, In the Paint, will be right back.
Welcome back to In the Paint. Exciting day for Rockville senior Gary Ulrich. He committed to play college basketball at Wabash. The Little Giants are getting a good player and a really good shooter. Tonight, Ulrich in the Class A top-ranked Rocks at North Vermilion. Falcons trailing early on. Devin Sams doing work on the offensive glass. He gets the board and the bucket. Lane Mahiran's been on a tear lately. A nice baseline move for the score. 24 and 14 for his nightly daily double
for him, isn't it?
Yeah. Sams answers on the other end. A power move with a hoop. He's fouled and gets it to go. Great play by the big junior, but Rockville just has too many weapons.
There's that shooting
That's
play.
Gary Ulrich. Elbow jumper. That's close for him, like a layup from there. The Rocks take an 11-point first quarter lead and stay undefeated. They beat North Vermilion 61-29. Riverton Park hosted North Central. This was a thriller, folks. We pick it up in overtime. The Panthers go inside to Daniel Organ, the high percentage deuce. North Central answers right back. Gavin Stanifer, see the three, be the three. T-Birds lead by 1. Panthers turn. Matt Haltom leaves it for Oregon. Look at the spin in the lane for the late lead. Panthers up 1 with 12 seconds to go. North Central goes right back to Stanifer from just inside the three-point line. Game, set, and match. He beats the buzzer. The heave no good. North Central beats Riverton Park by 1 in an overtime thriller. Northview looking to stay in the race for a WIC title. The Knights are just a game back in the lost column of first place. Northview had a conference road game at South Vermilion. Knights in transition here. Pete Tanous with the athletic move to the cup. Count the bucket, and he's headed to the stripe. Wildcats up 1. Cam Wyrick comes up with the steal and the lay-in there to make it a 3-point lead. But Northview using their size advantage on the interior. Daniel Kimball off the window to cut the lead to 1. Then the defensive intensity, Joe Ball playing some ball with the steal and the layup to put the Knights on top headed to the half. They hang on to win it. Northview beats South Vermilion 79-75. Rick?
Thanks, Ross. Class A 5th-ranked North Davies was going to find out a lot about their ball club this weekend. Tonight, the Cougars hosted Class 2A 8th-ranked Linton. Tomorrow is the Buggy Bowl. North Davies faces their rival, Class A 3rd-ranked Barre. Before they could get to that rivalry game, North Davies had to face a very good Linton team tonight. Linton's size was just too much. 6'8" Austin Carazia to 6'5" Des Fugers, way too easy. Fourth quarter, Fugers just toying with his defender. Finally shoots it, banks it in, and he's fouled. This puts the Miners up 22. North Davies, Brady Helms with the baseline. Jay, have to give a shout out to one of the biggest Cougar fans I know, and Derek Robertson. It's his 27th birthday today. Not a great birthday, though, when he had to watch his Cougars go down tonight. Miners, Bo Eaton cuts to the basket, gets the layup. Miners up 24. Points were hard to come by in the second half for the Cougars. They scored just 2 buckets. Drew Loninger, the hoop. North Davies scores just 4 points in the second half. The final in this one looked more like the football score between these two schools. The Class 2A 8th-ranked Linton Miners looked very impressive tonight, winning by 22 at the Cougar Den. Class A 4th-ranked Lagodi hosted Bloomfield. Cardinals guard Ben Hayes splits the defenders, couple dribbles, and he's good from 12 feet out. Special player Hayes is. Speaking of special players, watch this, Ross. Lagodi's Connor Whitmer. How do you defend that?
You don't guard it. Not when he's 6'6".
6'6". Just shoots right over the defender.
Little
He
turnaround.
just shoot right over you and I.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think together we're as tall as him. Are we?
I don't think so. Little Will Nante with the answer.
Nante with the left open says, why you do that, Bloomfield? More Hayes. Man, he's a one-man wrecking crew. Puts it on the floor, takes the contact, banks it in, but it wasn't enough. It's 4th-ranked Lagodi winning 49-43. At WRV, the Wolverines entertained Shakamak Patrick Green, the alley-oop to Brody Crow. How athletic is this Crow kid? We know he can shoot the rock. He can just flat-out play.
Those two are great on the baseball field, too.
Yes, they are. Later in the game, Green decides to keep the ball and shoot. A good idea. He tickles the twine from downtown. WRV had a chance late in this game to win or force overtime, but Shakamak gets the big road win, 42-40 at WRV. We're going to take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll check in at Vincennes and Washington.
Plus all the highlights from the opening night at the LIC Boys Tournament when In the Paint returns.
Welcome back to In the Paint. Vincennes Lincoln had a pair of wild games last weekend, winning in double overtime over previously unbeaten Mount Vernon Posey. Then the Alices on Saturday went on the road and lost a close ball game at Sullivan. Tonight, the Class 3A 13th ranked Alices hosted Castle. Avery Mickens, nice pass to Brant Nowowski. Alice is down 5 in the third quarter. Nifty little reverse by Alice's superstar Josh Sprinkle. He had 15 points for Vincennes. Mickens led Vincennes with 17. This hoop cuts their deficit to 4, but Vincennes had no answer for Castle star Blake Simmons. The 6'5" Evansville recruit dropped 40 tonight, including this trifecta. If you're wondering, Simmons is the son of UE head coach Marty Simmons. Castle
kind of look alike.
Yes, Castle gets and plays alike. Castle gets the 15-point road win at Vincennes Lincoln. At the Hatchet House, Washington hosted Princeton. Hatchet's Andy Gartland passes it into traffic. Nice hands by 6'7" Washington big man Colin Arnold. He collects it and scores. Princeton would hang around thanks to this nice three-point play. Man, this kid gets hacked.
Hammered and gets the bucket.
It still scores. Tough play, but Washington has been playing pretty good of late. Colin Arnold, a big reason why. He's the latest of what's been a long line of talented Hatchet big man. Nice post move by Arnold. Washington wins 57-45. The Hatchets win back-to-back games for the first time this season. Vincennes Reveille was at home taking on Northeast Du Bois. Patriots running. John Anderson scores on the break. Reveille led by 4 after one quarter. Love the hustle for both teams on this play. The Jeeps end up with it. And Bryce Hubner with the Dagner from downtown to tie the game. Second quarter, nice take by Reveille's Colin Worth. Uses the glass for 2. Reveille, though, drops this one at home, 44-33. To Northeast Du Bois. Ross.
Let's head over to Illinois, shall we? The Little Illini boys tournament tipped off tonight at KZ Westfield. The top 4 teams got a bye, so Robinson, KZ Westfield, Flora, and Newton had the night off. Marshall, the 5th seed in this year's tourney, they opened against Cumberland. The Lions offense spreading out the attack. Drew Morris from long range with a 3 to put Marshall on the board. Thomas Sisson creating some havoc defensively. Morris swipes it for the steal. He takes it all the way for the Lions layup. In the half-court set this time, Walker Burner, the tough lefty through traffic, gets it to drop on an athletic move. Then Sisson attacks the defense, gets in deep. Little hesitation from the point guard, clears traffic for the easy one, and the Lions beat Cumberland 54-28. 4th-seeded Newtons await the Lions tomorrow in what should be a battle. The 8-9 matchup at the LIC tourney had Hudsonville Palestine against Lawrenceville. The Indians go to the high post. Austin Dorney rises up on the jumper and knocks it down. A nice look here from Landon Williams. He finds Graham Alspach on the block, and the Tigers answer right back. Lawrenceville goes back to the interior themselves. Great feed, better fadeaway right there. But Hudsonville Palestine moving on in this one. It's Alspach again with a great roll on the rim for the bucket. Hudsonville Palestine beats Lawrenceville 77-64, and for the prize, they take on top-seeded Robinson tomorrow night. 7th seed Oblong took on 10th seeded Red Hill, led by Anthony Johnson. He's a special player, but it's Red Hill going to work first. Nice passing for a good look in the lane for the bucket. On the other end, it's Oblong going to the corner where Chase Mendenhall's spotted up and ready to launch. That jumper's good. Off the inbounds play, Red Hill goes to Jake Allen on the block here. He drops it in, also earns a trip to the line. Tough play by Allen. But soon after that, it's Anthony Johnson taking a trip into orbit. Look at the high flyer, send in the left-handed jam.
Easy.
Oblong wins it 55-37. Next up for the Panthers, 2nd-seeded KZ tomorrow night.
How about our Spirit Award and last year's winner, Sullivan? You saw them tonight.
That place is always rocking, always a treat.
Speaking of great fans, there's Lagodi fans always cheering on their team. And this just into Sports 10, we have highlights time from Mount Carmel over in Illinois. They're playing in the
El Dorado
tournament,
Invitational,
taking on Harrisburg, and you're watching Tyra Buss, maybe the best high school girls player in the nation. She's just a junior. She's going to IU, folks. Guess what? Tonight, she had 39 points. She reached 3,000 for her career. That's the quickest to do it in Illinois. Remember, she is just a junior.
Passed Candace Parker a couple weeks ago, if that tells you
She's
anything.
in the top 10 all-time, has a great chance to shatter the scoring record, and she talked about her record-setting performance after the game tonight.
It really does mean a lot. I've spent lots of hours in the gym every day, and with my parents, my brothers, and my teammates, and everybody have just been a big help throughout my career. So I give it to them too, because they've really helped me with everything. I'm just very proud that I've worked hard for this.
What can you say? 3,000 points. She's just a junior, the fastest in Illinois to reach that mark. She's seriously 4,200, just over 4,200 is the record. She has a chance to break that next year.
Well, I don't want to guard her. I can tell you that much. I can't hardly guard anybody,
keep
but
the camera up on her.
especially not her. She scores 39 tonight. I mean, that's
incredible.
average for her.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Don't forget tomorrow, Buggy Bowl, North Davies taking on Bar Reeve. I will be down at that ball game tomorrow. Can't wait for it. Also, ISU host Evansville. Get out and support the Sycamores. They're playing great. That does it for In the Paint. Hope everybody has a great weekend.